Oh, no, you didn't. Did you do it again? What'd you get? Did you really need to order more seeds from Baker Creek again? What are you doing? My husband didn't see this package. Shh. Okay, so it wasn't long ago that I did a video on a seed order from Baker Creek, and yet here we are again. You can see from the beautiful package that it is Baker Creek, wearseeds.com, and there were some things that I had notifications because they were like sold out, and the notification alerts came in, and so I had to. No, I didn't have to. I had to, but I had to. Okay, gotta be careful about those needful things. Anyhow, so I cut open the top. You know, one of the cool things about having a little bit of a forgetful mind and growing older and having a little bit of ADHD is I have forgotten what I ordered. So it's kind of like a surprise. All right. Oh, yes. Look at this. I got snail vine. Isn't that beautiful? And honestly, their photography here is so lovely. And this picture, this shell here, the chambered nautilus, really sold me. I, in middle school, was obsessed with chambered nautilus. They are such interesting creatures. And the plants look like it. They call it snail vine. But this is absolutely beautiful. And, you know, I was talking before on one of the videos about when I first started gardening, it was all about very, like, it had to be food. It had to be, like, I first started, it was just a salsa garden at first. It had tomatoes, onions, cilantro, peppers, all that. And then it was pumpkins and things. And, but now I do that. Plus, I'm looking for interesting things. Okay, so I will tell you I'm conflicted because sometimes you know a little bit of history and you're like, wow, that's so cool. And then sometimes you know more history and you're like, oh, I'm kind of ashamed. Snail vines sounds really cool. Native to Central and South America. It's a flowering legume vine, singularly unique and eye-catching. President Thomas Jefferson, a devoted gardener, called it the most beautiful bean in the world. Okay. And it's scented like hyacinth. So it's going to be beautiful to the eye and also to the sense of smell. I have to say something about Thomas Jefferson. His devotion to gardening is really inspiring, and he had a wonderful collection. However, it's kind of shameful about him and how he treated people of diverse backgrounds. He was not consistently a good man. I'll put it that way. He was a good man in some situations, but not in others. I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to go into it because this is a gardening video, not a discussion about him. But he definitely had an eye for beautiful things, but he also thought that people were things. So that's where I'm going to leave it. This is beautiful. I'm going to grow that. And the fact that he recognized it was beautiful, I'm not going to let that sway me away from it. It's beautiful. It's from Central and South America. A lot of beautiful things came out of those regions. Love this. It's so pretty. Oh, okay. Horehound White. Horehound. This is, I mentioned before I wanted to grow some of this, and I think I had already ordered some. But I mentioned I'm getting older and have a little ADHD. I'm not kidding. I really do. I forgot that I ordered some, and so now I have more. Yay! And I got my free Merlot lettuce. I've gotten that before, but you know what? I love free seeds, and it's beautiful and delicious and will make a good salad. I've ordered these before, but they're so interesting that I'd like to know that I have enough seeds so I can share. I often start off a lot of seeds in red solo cups. Usually end up with a lot more than I need. You don't get a lot of seeds with this one. I think it was, 10 seeds. So it's 10 seeds for $5, 50 cents per seed. So I better do a good job on sprouting them up. And this is the largest gourd in the world. It can weigh up to 100 pounds, which I very highly doubt would happen here for me. But if I got one to be 5 or 10 pounds, I'd be pretty happy. Trellising is suitable. And I don't know where they come from. Does it say where they come from? Oh, from Sicily. And I love their photography. Isn't that cute? Look how big that gourd is. I love it. New Zealand spinach. And I've actually grown this before. I bought seeds from Baker Creek for New Zealand spinach. It has a really lovely flavor. I like spinach, but I don't usually eat it raw. I usually eat it like in something else. New Zealand spinach is not a true spinach. It's eaten like spinach. And let's see what it says here. It's not hardy, that's for sure. But it grew really well when a lot of things in my garden were not, when it was really hot and dry. So that's definitely true. Oh, okay, so it can be a perennial. So if you were to grow this like in a pot and then bring it inside when it gets cold, you could possibly get this to grow for multiple years. And if you live somewhere warm, you might be able to get it to grow for several years. That's great. I think I knew that. And Malabar spinach is also, I think it's also a perennial. I know I brought some Malabar spinach, which is a vining spinach, not true spinach anyway. And I brought some inside, and it survived all winter and then died right before it was time to plant outside. So probably needed a little bit more space. And this one is the Metke Dark Green Serpent Melon. And it's an ancient heirloom, which heirlooms are wonderful, and I love things that have stories. Lots of soil moisture and rich soil, so it has lots of organic matter. Some afternoon shade is beneficial. Harvest frequently to maintain production. That's great, because then whenever I harvest something, I kind of feel guilty. But when you know that it's something that's going to benefit from harvesting and it'll produce more, I love that. And it's trellis growing. So and I have never tried this one before. Metke Dark Green Serpent. And the pictures with the little kids on the front is so adorable. So this is a great haul here. I think I ended up doing this order all because I wanted the snail vine. So this is so pretty. And it's just for fun. This is just for beauty. And I kind of regret saying anything about Thomas Jefferson. But when you find out, when you research more about him, it makes you kind of sad. Because like I was so happy about his home and how many beautiful plants he's propagated in his lifetime and everything. And then you find out that that he did some pretty terrible things, having a relationship with a a 13-year-old who happens to be your wife's half-sister, keeping her in a room with no windows. That's not so good. So too bad that people aren't always what we hope they will be. But he did definitely have an eye for beautiful plants like the snail vine. And I hope I can find some stories about the snail vine that predates his discovery or his appreciation of the plant. Anyways, God bless you all and happy gardening. Bye-bye.